So what are you going to do with this mandarin orange peel besides compost and throw it away? I'll tell you what. You can use it as a spice, you can make an orange simple syrup, and you can make orange-infused vodka. That's what we're doing today. So if you are new to the channel, please go down, hit that bell icon, and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and you will not miss out on more interesting content like what to do with your mandarin orange peels and other food scraps. Mandarin oranges are like little bits of sunshine. So when you eat them, you peel them, eat them, and they're left with a pile of peel. This is something you can throw away, you can compost it, but there is so much more that you can do with mandarin orange peel. If you want to be proper, you can take your vegetable peeler before you eat your orange and carefully peel off the zest. But if you're impatient like me, and you just want a snack, then most of the time you just want to sit down and eat freaking orange. So if you're patient though, feel free to zest your orange. Try it, because this white stuff, the rind, is bitter. However, what I tend to do is I take this handy dandy orange peel, and if I don't have anything that I want to do with it right away, I will either put it in the dehydrator or in this super low-tech setup, put it on a plate and let it dry. And then this actually is something you can do stuff with. You can drop it, you can break it up and drop it into sauces, into soup, into seltzer water, into anything where you want to have a little bit of orange flavor. If you want to be really ambitious, then you can actually take this, put it in a food processor, and then basically you have an orange spice. This powder here is basically gold. You can use this orange peel powder to add a bit of citrus flavor into basically anything. All right, now we're going to make the simple syrup. Need a saucepan. I like one with a lid. Generally, you'll use equal parts water and sugar for this. If you like a lighter syrup, then you can use less sugar or more water. I'm doing 3 cups of each. Now, I've turned the heat on to medium. I'm going to start stirring this until the water looks clear. Simple syrup really is one of the easiest things that you can make. Water and sugar, and so is all you need. The flavoring honestly is optional, but if you have a flavored simple syrup, there is so much you can do with it. You can drizzle it over ice cream, add it to yogurt. You can add it to seltzer water for a nice fruity and refreshing drink. You can make mocktails or cocktails. Anywhere that you want a sweet, and in this case citrusy, if you're going to be doing this with orange peels like we are, sweet and citrusy sort of flavor. Okay, we are almost as clear as I want it to be. By the way, I preheated my water, so yours might not go quite as fast. Tea kettle is really great for this sort of thing. And then add the mandarin orange peels. It does not matter at this point if they are fresh or dry. Doesn't matter at this point if they're fresh or dry. If you use peels with the rind attached, because you're like me and you're too impatient to actually peel the zest off before you eat a mandarin orange, then it'll be a little less sweet than if you just use the zest. But you can also just use the zest if you're the patient type and want to do it that way. By the way, since this is simple syrup and since we're using so darn much sugar, you won't really notice a bitterness from the rind here. It will become more evident in some of the later uses that we're going to have for this. So if you like bitter, that's really more of a feature than a bug. A little bit. It's already starting to change color a little bit. That's how you know the flavor. One of the ways you know the flavor's getting in. It smells amazing. My entire house is going to smell like orange when this is done. Just awesome. All right, we are almost boiling here. So, thing with the simple syrup, the most important thing you want is the liquid to be clear. And that's how you know all the sugar has dissolved. After that, it really is a matter of taste. It doesn't have to get to boiling. You just let it go until you're happy with it. And I think that with this color and the smell, you can give it a little taste if you want. I don't want to burn my tongue, so I'm not actually going to do that. So, the thing with making simple syrup is, well, it's, I suppose technically a science. There's really a lot more art to it. You let it go until the liquid is clear, which it is, because that means all of the sugar has dissolved, and until you're happy with it. And I'm happy with the color and the smell and the consistency, so I'm going to declare this guy done. It doesn't have to boil technically. You can do that if you want to, but you don't. Alright, here is my straining setup. You don't need to be fancy. Here I'm just using a mason jar. I technically don't need this funnel. I could just go like that, but I think that having this canning funnel gives me a little bit more room for error and to catch splashes. And I've got this bowl here for the pieces of peel. Alright, then we just take this over here and carefully pour the fluid, not the rind. Alright, pour the rind there. Now, this is the jar that I'm going to be using to infuse the orange vodka. Got this bottle here with a funnel. This is where I like to keep my citrus simple syrup. What we do is whenever we make citrus simple syrup, we just add it. So this right now is a mixture of mostly grapefruit. So right now, this simple syrup is a mixture of mostly orange with a little bit of grapefruit simple syrup in it. Anytime we make a new batch of simple syrup, we just pour it in there and then keep it in the fridge, and then we've got simple syrup whenever we want it. Let's get the rest of this. Be very careful when you're doing this, because since, as mentioned, this water is almost boiling, which means it is hot. Burns are not fun. Okay. I'll get all of this lovely simple syrup into my lovely bottle over here. All this lovely simple syrup into this lovely bottle over here. And then we'll get on to the vodka. All right, now time to make the vodka. So I'm going to use my handy dandy little funnel again. I'm going to take and add the rinds. Note that I did not rinse the simple syrup out of this jar because, as mentioned, the rinds are going to be a bit bitter. So a little bit of sugar added is definitely what I'm going to do anyway. So might as well just save myself a little bit of trouble there. All right. Got all of the orange peel in there. Now all we do is add the vodka. It doesn't really matter what vodka you use here, as long as it is not the cheapest possible vodka. Now, I like doing this in a quart jar, as long as you have some kind of non-reactive jar that will fit the liquid in and fit all of your rinds. It doesn't really matter a whole lot. You want something that's going to be non-reactive though, so plastic or mason jar lid seems to work just fine. All right, and then you take this, put it someplace cool and dark for a few days to up to 2 weeks, I'd say. I like about 7 days. I think that gives a nice flavor. Now, here's the other fun thing you can do. Since this is your project, you are the one in control of flavors. You can add some cinnamon, maybe a little bit of cinnamon stick, some star anise. I'll drop that in there. We'll let the flavors infuse and get to know each other. And I'll be back to taste it in about a week. This is vodka that has been sitting for about 4 or 5 days. And it's a little bit bitter, but you can see how the color has changed as the flavor from the peels has infused the vodka. It's a little bit of a bitter orange taste, so when I go and strain out the peels, I'll probably add a little bit of sugar. You don't have to though. If you like bitter, it's fine, or if you're going to use this as a mixer, maybe with something else that's kind of sweet or sugary, like a simple syrup, then you don't have to even bother with that step. And here is the completely finished product. I've already strained this. I didn't bother adding sugar, honestly. It's a really nice flavor all on its own. And that's what we got here. Got some vodka, got some simple syrup, and got some orange peel to sprinkle into, say, duck à l'orange or a soup or sauce, or use it to flavor a salad dressing, anywhere that you want to get a little bit of citrus flavor. There you have it. 3 ways to use your mandarin orange peel, and they're all pretty darn easy. You can dry it and use it as a spice or a flavoring. You can make a simple syrup. You can infuse it into vodka or into rum, I guess, but vodka's easy. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and maybe hit the bell icon and subscribe. And leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Do you have any other ideas for using mandarin orange peels or any other kind of orange peels? By the way, these techniques, don't think of them as a recipe. This is a strategy. You can use them with other kinds of orange peels. You can use them with most citrus peels. Just about any citrus will make a good simple syrup, or be nice with infused into a white rum or a vodka or something. And lime powdered lime peel, powdered lime zest, lemon peel, all of those will really help you to improve your cooking game if you're into that, So I hope this has given you some ideas. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you did, please like and subscribe, and maybe leave a comment about what you thought of the video and what you think I should do next. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day and keep making.